Apple's iPhone 5S now leaks in a gray color as well. New reports emerge on Nokia's Windows RT tablet, and Samsung is bringing optical stabilization to their cameras, just not now. I'm Jaime Rivera, and if I look a tad blurry, trust me, it's not the camera. You should probably just stop drinking on a Monday. This is Pocketnow Daily. Today is all about leaks, so let's start off with the evident ones. If you thought that Sony was only bringing their Sony-honami smartphone to IFA in Berlin, well, think again. We've got some leaked photographs of a Sony-honami-mini, or at least it looks a lot smaller than the Honami that's coming because it's being compared to a BlackBerry Q10, so that has to be small. And, well, links in the description for full details on this phone. Most likely we will be getting a lineup of phones, and let's see if we get a 20 megapixel camera on this phone as well. Now let's talk about Nokia. So we've got some more reports of their Project Sirius. Yes, that's the way their project is being called for their 10.1-inch tablet. As it turns out, specs are good and bad. First of all, we do get a Snapdragon 800 on this tablet, which is great, but then once we look at the 1080p display in this day and age, that's really not going to be good. But still, again, Nokia does prove to be good when it comes to hardware, and this tablet looks great in everything but pink. Links in the description for full details, and let's hope we get some more colors. And speaking of Nokia, those of you wondering which is a probable successor to Steve Ballmer as Microsoft CEO, well, recent reports have it that Stephen-Elop is being considered for the role. And yeah, we gotta hand it to the guy. He's single-handedly turning around Nokia from almost being lost to not being that lost. Yes, he is doing a good job in turning the company around so far. We just don't know if he'd do a good match for Microsoft, even though we do know he used to be a Microsoft employee, so stay tuned for that. Let's see how that goes. Now let's talk about Samsung. One of the biggest reports we're waiting for in IFA in Berlin is a 16 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization for their Galaxy Note 3. And well, some credible reports are now stating that apparently the company has landed in some delays that are so significant that it won't have to wait for the rest of this year. Actually, it'll have to wait until next year, probably Galaxy S5, I guess it would be. So anyway, stay tuned. Let's hope they figure something out, at least for the Galaxy Note 3. I'd rather put up with a delay on this phone and get the optical image stabilization than just get another camera. And finally, for the hot news of the day, if you thought that golden iPhone that we've been seeing in leaks is the only project that Apple's testing right now, well, think again. We've got a gray iPhone 5S with black trims all over. It looks a lot like the black phone, actually, only that it's lighter when it comes to the aluminum. It's kind of hard to know if it's going to happen, though, because we know that Apple loves prototyping. They love testing everything out before they choose something, so it could just be that they're testing new waters and not necessarily bringing new variants. But that leads me to the question of the day. Would you like the iPhone 5S in different other colors? And if so, which colors would you like? In my particular case, out of my experience with anodized aluminum, honestly, I'd rather prefer to stick to the white and silver iPhone 5 just because, you know, it doesn't scratch that much. And I know this is a terrible reason to say that, but leave us a comment down below. What would you prefer? Of course, as always, for an earlier scoop of everything that's happening in the smartphone and tablet world, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.